Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your mid-May tarot forecast, and your theme for mid-May is the Eight of Pentacles: hustle, grit, craftsmanship, being really focused, persevering. It could be with a creative task, something to do with money, but it's just literally you just keep going, producing whatever you need to do, and just continuing to accomplish. And it's from hard work. So well done. Let's see what else we have in store for the rest of the month. So I've shuffled all of my decks off camera, but I'm just showing you that I am cutting them, and I'm trying out a new spread. So please do let me know what you think. And yeah, this is looking interesting. All right, this spread is called the Kachina Knife, and I'm going to, read the first layer, and then I'm going to pull a few clarifying cards, advice cards, and make sure you stick around until the end for destiny cards, okay? So you pick those with your intuition. All right, so let's see. Let me just have a look at this. Okay, I feel like this might have to do with a particular person. For some of you, it might be like a different aspect of yourself, but I feel like for a lot of you, it is a different person. And it might have something to do with, work or whatever craft, skill, or trade that you have, all right? But what we have in the past, okay, let me just see. Okay, all right, so what we have in the past is the Two of Swords. So this is kind of like it's kind of like a standstill, a standoff, not much is really happening. And it also even could be that maybe there was, mental stress or actual verbal arguments and things like that, and that might be just kind of at a standstill right now. There also might be like a bit of indecision. You're not really sure what you should do, how to think, etc. It looks like you definitely need to tap more into your spiritual energy, which is more of your nature anyways. I mean, you are a fire sign, so you work best when you just act on inspiration when there's no actual thinking. But it seems like in the past, leading into this situation, there just seems to be a little bit of indecision, and it could be on your part or the part of someone else, but it's affecting your life so that it's just something's not happening right. Okay, so this is okay. So this is you in the present moment. We've got the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands can often represent duty, obligation, responsibility, and because it's the 10, and with the Minor Arcana, before we get to the court cards, it goes from Ace to 10, so it's kind of like the maximum of a particular level that you've reached, and it's almost like there's nowhere else to go, and maybe you're staying in a particular situation, whether it's work or a particular project, maybe a creative project. Sometimes the wands have, because it's creativity, that can also sometimes be a sexual energy. But I feel like maybe you're not really sure where to go or what to do next, or you're feeling like you've reached the peak, the pinnacle of this particular realm that you're in, and it might just not give you the same drive, energy, passion that you had about it before when you first started this. This is your person or situation. I feel like for a lot of you it is a person. So we've got the Two of Wands. So someone may possibly be presenting you with a choice, right? We've got the Two of Swords in the background as well. But yeah, it could be a situation where you have to make a choice. But I think that the situation where you need to make a choice is from a person who's presenting the choice. And it might have something to do with a maternal energy, right? So it could have something to do either with, like, if you've got a female boss or someone that you work with who's a strong female energy, or obviously you could be a strong female energy. Who knows what you want, because what's in between you kind of maybe planning the next phase is the Empress energy. And she is the queen of the deck and very maternal, and maybe it could also be a part of you that just knows that you need this change, you need this new opportunity, that maybe you're at like a little bit of a crossroads but it's like not much is going on, but it's like you need for something to happen. You need to pick a path, to pick a way. And also, it could also be like, let's say, your partner or your mom or just your boss or someone that you work with or something like that, who's maybe approaching this other person who to make this choice, but it could be you because you know that that's what you need. The outcome is the Six of Wands. So this is definitely a victory. And I feel like it's just going to be another one of those successes of one of the many things that you have accomplished and worked hard for and are very talented with and are very good at. And you feel inspired by it. So I feel like you will end up, making a choice, and you will make the right choice. And it's going to be a victory. And it also might bring you a little bit of money. Or it could bring you a promotion, or maybe you can afford to buy something that you've wanted to buy, or a particular contract, or it's just something. It's definitely going to give you a new opportunity financially or with land, etc. And I feel like it might actually even help out the other person, or you might be recognized by someone who is very good at their craft. This person who either gave you this opportunity or presented you with the opportunity, or knows someone who gave you this opportunity, etc. Something to do with the choice of a path. I think they'll really recognize you, and I think, that's really positive. They're going to recognize that you did a good job, and it's because, you're such a hard worker, you've got grit, and you just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep producing. And so I think they're really going to notice the fact that you have done a lot, and I think some of your passion will be reignited again. Let's pull some clarifying cards. So again, shuffle them off camera, but I'm showing you that I'm cutting the deck. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what we have clarifying, you are being presented as the Ten of Wands, duty, obligation, responsibility, maybe getting a bit fed up. And that's clarified by the Chariot. So I feel like maybe you're just pushing at this present moment, you're maybe pushing a little bit too hard. You've kind of reached the end, but you still have that forward moving motion, but it's like you're at the end. So that kind of I think you just need to keep moving forward. And so you're feeling maybe a little bit like, how am I supposed to move forward when I'm at the end of what I've accomplished? All right. And this is cool. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So, the person that's going to be offering you the choice is coming up as a Two of Wands, right? Or it could be you making the choice, but for most of you, I think this is the person offering you the choice option. Okay, do this or this. And that's clarified by the Fool. So this person actually might be considered naive and foolish to be offering you this choice. What are you doing? Offering this person that choice for whatever reason. But I think they're willing to take the risk, and this is unexpected because what we have in the past leading into this situation, like I said, we've got the Two of Swords, right? And that's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like in the past, you didn't necessarily expect to be in this situation of stagnation, of not necessarily moving forward, of being kind of stuck and not really sure what decision to make. Or maybe the fact that this choice came in literally just fell into your lap, and that could have something to do with this person just being like, you know what, I'm gonna give this person a chance. I'm gonna give, you will be getting the chance, right? And and it looks like it pays off well, because like I said, the outcome was a Six of Wands, a victory, success. Okay, maybe being a bit show-offy, but that's okay, don't worry about it. And that's clarified by the Three of Wands, virtue. So I feel like that the success is because, you have done a good amount of planning, and you also had a really good start. So you had a really good start to this success. And good planning and just a good first step. Really, really, really helpful. All right, let's get a few advice cards, then we'll do some destiny cards where you pick your own destiny cards. So definitely stick around. All right, first advice card, we've got the Princess of Cups, and the Princess of Cups is saying to be open and receptive to intuition. You might also want to be listening to your dreams, interpretation. You might want to be following the moon cycles. Check out maybe check out my video or your astrology for your moon sign. If you're not sure what that is, what your moon sign is, go to Cafe Astrology and they do free natal birth chart report, really interesting and detailed. And also be paying attention to synchronicities, but be a little bit open, go with the flow. Go with the flow with what feels right. And then second advice card is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is, you know, saying, you know, you need to take a break. You need to chill out. If you have been of ill health, you really need to rest and recuperate. If you've been stressed out from the past, some stressful situations, you know, you really do need to take that rest, take care of yourself. And if there's some information that you're really not sure about, like there is going to be one more piece of information that's still there, or maybe you have a piece of information in your back pocket and you're just holding on to that. So just keep holding on to it. You might need to use it in the future. Third advice card is the Chariot, and you know, we also had the Chariot, which clarified, you know, you represented as the Ten of Wands. And so the Chariot is saying, you know, think about where you want to be in the long term and go for it. Like, think about what gives you inspiration, joy, excitement, and go for it. You seem to really need to have goals, okay? And be very goal oriented. Pick one big one that makes you feel excited. It may involve travel at some point. I mean, maybe not right now, but at some point. But ultimately, it's thinking about what your end goal is and just going for it full force. Final, and you might want to have a balance of your light and your dark. You need both. Okay, final advice card for now before we do the Destiny cards is the Knight of Wands. And so the Knight of Wands just goes for whatever he goes for, right? And Wands is fire, you're fire. So just follow your inspiration and your joy. Go for what you want, and sometimes this can be sexual energy, but also it's definitely very creative. And literally just go full force for what you want. No thinking, just act on it. If you have an inspired idea, act on it immediately. And just get in the thick of it. That's cool. All right, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You are going to pick your own Destiny cards. If you would like to comment about how this reading has resonated with you, and it's a nice comment, then yes, please do comment. I do love reading your comments, the nice ones, so definitely let me know below. But how has it resonated? Like, what choice is coming up? Is there something, a situation where you feel like kind of stuck, or it's not really going anywhere? You can't make a decision and you never really expected that. What is it that you're working really hard on? Please let me know. And so also when it comes to picking your Destiny cards, you want, and when I say 1, 2, or 3, you pick the number that first sticks out in your head. That's your intuition, the quiet whisper. And if you second guess yourself, that is your ego, which is useful, but not in this situation. So 1, 2, or 3. Gotta trust yourself with this one. If you picked 1, let's see what we've got. Wow. All right, so by the way, I put the advice cards back in, so we have it again. So if you picked 1, we've got the Fool, and your advice is beneath the surface is the Prince of Cups, and your advice is the Four of Swords. So the Fool is saying you're definitely going to go for it, and it might be more like you are the one taking the risk going forward with this, but go for it. No baggage, you've got a clean slate, new start. This might be something that is emotionally fulfilling for you, so you're just going for what feels right, which is good. Make sure it's for the right reasons, and for the right reasons for everyone, not just for yourself. Your advice is the Four of Swords. So if there has been something stressful, then you really do need to take, including actual ill health possibly, or mental stress, mental difficulty, health difficulty. You really do need to rest and take some time for yourself, right? So you might not want to jump into this straight away. You might want to gather your resources, gather your thoughts, get your health and your strength back. First, you definitely need some rest, okay? You're allowed to call in for a sick day if you need to. Don't push yourself straight away, okay? If you pick 2, wow. Holy, wow. If you pick 2, look at this. Four of Swords again. And then beneath the surface, Empress, advice card, Empress. And then the center of this is the Empress, okay? So self-care, self-love, take care of yourself, put yourself first, treat yourself, give yourself the time that you need, like put yourself first so that you can collect your thoughts, your strength, get everything back in order. And yeah, you need to be like a mother to yourself, like maternally. And you might want to call your mom, or if you're a mom, you might want to, as long as that feels like it's a self-loving decision. And if you're a mom, you might want to just, you know, kind of embrace being a mom, but also to yourself for sure. You definitely need to have some healing to do. Okay, if you pick 3. All right. If you picked 3, on the surface, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Beneath the surface, the Hierophant, also known as the High Priest. And your advice is the King of Cups. So it seems that, okay, if you picked 3, it seems that maybe whatever job or whatever it is that you're working on, this could be actual work, could be volunteer, whatever. It's something in some way to do with public services. And you know what? It could literally just be helping people out in the community, people that you know. It could be friends, things like that. But you don't necessarily have a whole bunch to give, but what you do have to give is so desperately needed. And I feel like you feel a sense of satisfaction, a purpose, and it's really important. You're very needed right now at this time. And I think that you are helping to create order amongst the chaos, because there is a lot of chaos going in the world right now, maybe in your life, maybe in the life of people around you. But the fact that you are, you know, giving what you can and being kind and generous is so helpful and so needed. So like, pat on the back, well done. And your advice is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is saying, you know, to go forward with love, but in an intelligent manner. So the King of Cups has a very good balance between his head and his heart. He's emotionally intelligent, and yeah, he's very caring, but he also, and he really does care deeply about people, but he also has healthy boundaries. Okay, so make sure that, you know, there might be some, just be healthy with your emotional boundaries, okay? All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. Make sure you're subscribed, because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. If you liked this Kachina knife spread, please let me know what you think. If you'd like to see it in maybe just the mid-monthly, or I could try it in the monthly for next month, let me know. And oh, there's always one more thing I was going to, whatever. Okay, anyways. Extra bonus card. One more thing you need to know. Let's see. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, and that's what we had in the background, clarifying the 2 of Swords in the recent past. So believe it or not, like whatever this change was that came, that was surprising, the situation you had in the recent past, most likely that's still leading into your present moment right now, it was meant to happen, and it's all about karma and for things to come full circle, and it's actually good luck. Believe it or not. Good luck. Have a great month. Bye.